rescue on Ryloth happened today, and today we're discussing Bad Batch Episode 12 in full spoiler review thoughts. This is overall my reaction. I just got done watching Episode 12, and I'm so curious to hear your guys' thoughts as well down below in the comment section. So if the Force is with you, if you're a member of the Bad Batch, or in general, you're just someone who loves the Star Wars universe, you better comment down below and let me know your guys' thoughts, as well as making sure to hit that like and subscribe button so we can keep talking Star Wars and all sorts of geeky content over here on a daily basis. So of course, yes, I very much have been very entertained with Star Wars The Bad Batch so far. I think the story flowing is a little bit off. I kind of wish it was a little bit more directional and saying, hey, this is where we're going. This is the concept. It's more about, let's go on this mission. Let's go on this mission. And when it finally started getting good, it kind of dropped back down. But then last week was great. A great little side story. And again, this was kind of that sequel epilogue to that story of rescuing Hera's parents. And this actually went better than planned. I actually thought this episode might have been a little bit darker. Maybe we would have seen the death of some major characters, whether it was the Bad Batch or other people on Ryloth. And I think a lot of people in the comment section was actually predicting someone in Hera's life was gonna die in this episode, and that didn't happen. And I think going forward, we probably won't see Hera anymore. I'm actually really curious to see where we go next, because with the season 1 only being 16 episodes and no word on mouth of us getting a season 2, I know there's rumors that we could possibly get one, but no word yet. We only got a couple left, and I don't know where the show's really going. I feel like it's still kind of finding its way, but really just speaking on this episode alone, I thought it was very entertaining. And again, in the way that they're establishing their plans. And I think one of the things that I really dug about this episode was, again, seeing the roots, seeing the seeds of the hero that we know already Hera to be because of Star Wars Rebels. And I'm really interested, if you are someone who's never watched Star Wars Rebels and has no idea who Hera is, what your thoughts on this show is so far. And in general, her character, because I've always loved Hera, but in these little moments, it's really nice to see where her origin story kind of is. And in general, her just kind of putting the plan together. She's very rebellious, but she's very courageous at the same time. And she, while she can be by the books at times, she knows how to get stuff done and how to strategically plan and observe. And for me, again, her contacting the Bad Batch, we knew that was going to happen. We knew the Bad Batch were going to come in. And even though Hunter was a little bit apprehensive, anything Omega wants, he's going to do. And when Hera gives this great plan, hey, we'll attract the refinery. Some people will go save my parents. We'll handle all this. It was very fun in that instances. And we had a lot of fun Chopper moments as well. One of my favorite things was Chopper just kind of going through the entire base and then shocking the droid and shocking the other people. And then just, Chopper's one of the most feisty droids that we've ever met. And I really just always dig when we get more Chopper time. But even in there, them escaping and getting the ship and blowing stuff up, whether it's the girls or even, of course, Tech and Wrecker, there's just a lot of fun aspects in there. But then going, of course, to our main two, Echo and Hunter, they end up rescuing them, but this is where the big thing comes into play. Last week we met a clone who really much seemed to have been on everyone's side. We don't know if his chip's taken out or if it's just defective or it just hasn't really clicked in yet, but for me, this is a big segue for it, because last week everyone's like, he's got to come into play. Is he gonna save them? And in this episode, he did. As they're running up, Crosshair knows, I know my team. That is a diversion. He sets his sniper shots up. They have a whole little ambush ready, and of course, I think his name's Hauser, pretty much goes up to them and says, there's a whole ambush out there. You guys got to go a different way. And I think for this character, and to actually see that other clones are actually still defecting, is really good for the story and good for our characters, because it goes to show that maybe this is why they eventually just completely eradicate the clones and get rid of them. And I'm really curious to see if we will get to see that in the Bad Batch's time, because that is an interesting aspect. Like, when did they actually switch to stormtroopers? When did they get rid of all the clones? It's going to be very interesting to see if that kind of plays out later down the season. But seeing that just made my heart fill with so much warmth. And I'm sure many of you guys kind of felt the exact same way, because that's something that we've been really much hoping for, especially coming off last week, which again, they get out, they escape, Crosshair's pissed. He arrests all the defectors because he goes out there and he tells his squad, who is with me? And it was nice to see that actually some dropped their shields, dropped their weapons, said, yeah, you are right. Came here to protect these people, and now we are taking away the home that they once loved. Of course, again, he gets arrested. So do some of the other officers. They walk away. But our main team escapes away. But in this instance, we know Crosshair is not happy. But all leading up to the finale of this is just, again, the goodbyes. The family saying goodbye, Hunter not taking the payment, and I think this is kind of where it comes down to play, is we know that the Bad Batch are going to play a major part of being a part of the rebellion, and I think that's where I'm looking forward to it. I'm still waiting for one of the main characters. I just have this sinking feeling that this show is going to go dark pretty soon and that we are going to lose out on a character, and I do think it will sadly be Hunter, and I will absolutely die. We know the Bad Batch, at least for me, I think the Bad Batch will be extinct by at least Rebels time or maybe a little bit after that, but it's scary. And, you know, seeing that Hera's parents survived and everyone, it all went good, they all get on the ship and they fly away. Hunter does the same thing. And where it ends up with is Crosshair saying permission to hunt them down. And that's kind of where I feel like the back half of the season is going to be, is pretty much Crosshair's war against them and going after the Bad Batch, his original team. It's going to be an interesting thought in there, and I'm really excited to see how they pay that all off. But guys, again, thank you so much for watching this. You guys are seriously all the best. I can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts on what you guys thought of the episode. Again, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, until next time, stay classy.